Are you wondering when is the best time to buy a house, especially in this day of relatively high prices and sky-high interest rates? Stick around, I'm going to show you when you can get the best bargains on a home this year. Hoorah! Thanks for checking out our channel. I'm Eric Hudson, agent with Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas and a retired Air Force officer. My team and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make that smooth move to Las Vegas area. And hey, we love it. We'll work our butts off days, nights, and weekends to make your move as easy as humanly possible. It doesn't matter. We got your back if you move in the next 9 to 90 days or a year from now. We put out videos every week teaching you everything you want to know about living, working, and playing in beautiful Sin City, aka Las Vegas. I do hope you take a quick moment, smash this like button and the subscribe button so this video and its content can reach even more people via the YouTube algorithm. And hit that bell so you can be the first to know when we have a new video out teaching you everything you want to know about living in Las Vegas. Today, we delve into the sizzling market of Las Vegas. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know prices are high and payments are even higher when you're trying to get the home that you deserve. The question on everyone's mind, is now the right time to buy a home in Sin City? Well, let's grab a seat and let's unravel this together to show you when is the best time to buy that home. Las Vegas is a city that's known for its vibrant nightlife and bustling entertainment. It's also a hotbed for real estate, believe it or not. The housing market has seen significant fluctuations in the recent years, influenced by economic conditions, population growth, and employment opportunities. Currently, we're witnessing a trend of increasing property values and a competitive market. But does that mean it's the right time to invest? Well, the big-headed PhDs at various companies have come up with the best times this year to buy a home where you, the home buyer, finally have an upper hand. To gauge the timing, they look first at the broader economic conditions. The national economy is showing some signs of recovery, and with GDP growth and decreasing unemployment rates, Las Vegas, with its diverse economy, is bouncing back. We're driven by tourism, technology, and a burgeoning startup scene. However, it is critical to remain cautious and to consider potential economic uncertainties that may affect the market. A pivotal factor in your buying decision should be the current interest rates. We're experiencing recently generationally high rates, making mortgage loans less affordable. Fewer and fewer people can afford to pay these rates. Let's be honest. Real estate agents and lenders are all saying the same thing. Interest rates used to be much higher. I get this all the time, every time I run across an older real estate agent. And they did. They reached 18.4% back in October of 1981. Oh, but this is where it gets evil. In 1981, the median price of a home in the U.S. was $68,900. And your payment on the conventional loan was only $848.72 compared to around $2,482 today. This is a significant disincentive for potential home buyers, as high interest rates mean higher monthly payments and overall cost. Now, this is when a person who wants to shoot down my numbers jumps out of their seats and they're going like, okay, so hold on. So let me stop you right there. Here are the facts. In 1981, the median household income was $19,074. And the latest data shows that the median household income is $74,580. Now that translates into a family paying 53% of their household income on a mortgage. Now let's compare that to today, where the median household income takes up about 40% of a mortgage. So bottom line, you're getting more home for more money than the folks who are talking about the 80s going like, oh, don't worry about it. It was 18% when I bought my first house. Talked to the guy the other day. He's going, oh, it's 14% when I bought my first house. I went, how much did you pay for your house? It went $130. So yeah, it was 18%. It is now 7.5%, possibly getting up to 8%. But we're trying to compare apples to apples instead of apples to kumquats, So now, to be clear, I'm assuming a conventional loan with 20% down to keep it all fair, since that existed at both time periods. And I invite you to check my work. If you want to go through a mortgage calculator, use the numbers I use, you're going to find that they come out. You can also go back and check the numbers I use for household incomes and everything and interest rates. Check it, because so many people are just out there just spewing whatever is going to make it look good for them. I don't want to be one of those folks, but I do like to spew numbers. I want to make sure they're right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next, let's discuss housing inventory and demand. Las Vegas has been experiencing lower than average housing inventory, creating a seller's market for many years. I've been in real estate for 10 years now. As a matter of fact, it officially went over 10 years about a week ago. I was still on active duty when I started. It's always been a shortage here. This tight supply has led to increased competition among buyers, resulting in higher home prices, even with these relatively high interest rates. However, the high demand also indicates a strong market with potential for property value appreciation. Let's just be honest. Housing prices are going to continue to go up. There are folks who, they wish it drops by 30% tomorrow. I wish it drops by 30%, but that's not realistic. That's like some hot blonde coming on to me. It's not going to happen. So how in the world is that? Most of this is because it's like a new thing they're called the lock-in effect. Home sellers have historically low interest rates right now, even if you need to upsize or downsize or move across town. So who's selling houses right now? Well, for the most part, it's those who are leaving town, those who are divorcing, those who are about to lose their homes anyway, tired landlords, and families who recently passed. And of course, your family's grown, you got those twins, you may need an extra bedroom. That's the majority of the resale market right now. And that's why new home builders now make up, this is not a joke, I got this just days ago, 2% of the market. And based on recent trends, they expect that to be up to 50% by the end of 2024. And honestly, it's probably going to be higher. So this is serious, folks. What about appreciation? Las Vegas has seen impressive growth rates in property values even after the recent downturn. Last month was the first time since the beginning of the year there was any decrease in property values. For single family homes, you know what that was? You ready for that? How about around $2,500? Wow, big job. I'm being facetious right now. Data shows that homes will increase in price for the rest of the year into 2024. While this means buying could be more expensive, it also implies the potential for higher returns in the long run. The key is to carefully assess the property's location, features, and future development prospects to ensure a wise investment. One of the things you can do is you can go find out where that house sits on the zoning plan. They may be planning to build something because zoning goes years out. You can actually get a hold of the zoning plan to figure out if you're buying in an area that's about to grow. So many are torn between renting and buying. In a city like Las Vegas, where the rental market is also thriving, this decision becomes crucial. While renting offers flexibility, buying can be even more financially sound in the long run. Even with the current high interest rates, you have a high potential for appreciation, especially when those interest rates go down. People are going to go flooding into the market, and if you're still in the house, you can refinance at those lower rates. You should always run the numbers for you, and if you have one, your family. Your situation is going to be unique. Don't just try to let someone come in and convince you that you need to buy a home now. Before you make any decisions, weigh your risk and considerations. Assess your financial stability, the impact of potential economic shifts, the market dynamics. Remember, while the signs are promising, real estate investment always carries an inherent risk. To some, that risk is not making a sale. Let me tell you a quick story. I have about a buyer who's paying cash. So this buyer is from California, of course, and they were paying cash. We finally found the house they wanted without revealing too much information. The person was supposed to be a financial advisor, turned out to be a lender. That person convinced the cash buyer that it would be stupid to pay cash for a home. Now remember, a third of homes are paid for in cash here. No, they told them they should figure out a payment that they would be comfortable with and only pay cash to get the loan that they will be comfortable with, then it didn't matter about the interest rates. Just find a payment that you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with $1,500, put down enough of that cash so you have a $1,500 payment. Why in the world would someone say this? Well, if a person pays cash, what money does a lender make? None. In my opinion, great help. Again, me being facetious. Now I want to tell you another little story, and it has to do with people and their motivations. There's this program out there. It's called NACA. I'm not trying to knock it, nor am I trying to promote it. I actually got certified in it, and I have someone on my team who is completely certified even to teach the subject. Okay, NACA is a program for, we'll just say first-time home buyers for now. And it doesn't matter your credit score, what job you have, any of the stuff. They actually buy the home for you, and you pay them. I'm not going to lie, it can take a long time. You can look up NACA here on the internet, and maybe I'll do another video about NACA. But a lender one time told me, oh, you should just stay completely away from this NACA program. It's bad. Don't do anything with NACA. Stay away. So anyway, one day I'm doing this, we're doing this bus tour of realtors up to Pahrump. And I'm sitting next to someone I really respect. And the person goes, yeah, I just finished my third NACA buyer. And I look at her, I was like, isn't NACA bad? It's like, no, it's a great program. It gets people into houses. And then I tell her about the lender who goes, oh, stay as far away as possible. And she, if you're looking at this, remember that story that day up to Pahrump, Trish? She looks at me and she goes, under NACA, the lender is not involved. It's completely under the program. The lender makes no money. Why would they tell you to send someone to a program where they're not going to make money? And a lot of times people are sending you to places or telling you things because they're not going to make money if you don't do what they want. It's just the truth, okay? Now you want to know, when is the best time to buy a house this year? Drum roll, please. Well, that time is this month. According to the big brains out at Realtor.com and some other places, they compare, all kinds of stuff like the seasonal buying. And according to them, the month of October is going to be the best time to buy a house this year. Now, I don't know about going into next year, so I'll tell you that. So buyers should go ahead and get pre-approved and if they have one, they need to get it dusted off so they can act, because you don't want to miss this time. When doing my market update this month, I did notice something. People are starting to pay closing costs again. They're not full closing costs, or at least they were not. But I think we're getting to a point where you get people who are frightened. When you see 7.5% interest rates, which have not been this high in a generation, your parents didn't. If you're a millennial and you're trying to buy a house, your parents may not have paid these kind of interest rates. And when they did, the price of housing was a third of what it is right now. So people are frightened. But after a while, they get used to it. That's why we've had such a great housing market. In other words, it didn't crash because people got used to it. People are already starting to figure out rates are not going back down to 2.5%. They're not. Smart people now know that. And they're going, thank God, I hope I can get this down to 5, 4. Oh, by the way, for that 5%, 4.99, the new home builders will do that for you and pay your closing cost. Just a little bug to put in your ear. If you want to go see a new home, reach out to us. So, why October? This month historically is shown to be the best balance of the market condition that favors buyers. So you finally have a chance to be a little bit ahead. It may still be a seller's market, but you have a chance to be ahead this month for many factors, including the fact that we're going back into the holidays. Realtor.com researchers wrote, listen up. Inventory tends to be high, prices below peak levels, and demand is waning, and the pace of the market shows a more manageable speed. During this short window, the seasonality of the real estate may favor buyers, especially as the number of listings has started to increase and sellers are beginning to price their homes accordingly. There's also less competition. A seasonal slowdown means there are fewer buyers competing for the available homes on the market. The report also suggests high mortgage rates and high prices in hot markets may also reduce the buyer pool as affordability remains an issue for many people. Historically, during the best times to buy, demand is 18.7% lower than the peak and 13% lower than the average month or week. That's what this report reads. I'm just reading what the report says. What about the less seasonally driven markets? Now, here in Las Vegas, it's not a seasonally driven market. We have a market 24/7, 365 days a year. I'd be surprised if a title company one day opened up and said, you know what, we're going to be open on Christmas Day. It's that much of a market here. The report notes that the best month to buy can also vary among individual metros. For instance, in Miami, where the temperature rarely drops below 50 degrees, the best time for buyers to score at the home is right after the holidays during the week of January 8th. Buyers in Phoenix have the most opportunity in the early November, while prospective buyers in Las Vegas should think about shopping about mid-October. So for the Vegas crowd, by the time you see this, this is the time you need to be as serious as humanly possible, because it may be your best chance, because fewer and fewer people are putting their homes on the market. Just look at the news. Budget-conscious buyers will have to be flexible. Mortgage rates aren't likely to fall significantly in the near future, meaning buyers should be prepared to qualify for a mortgage and now the 7.5% to 8% range in the coming months. However, there could be even better opportunity for price drops if buyers hold out a little longer. If low home prices are your chief priority, consider waiting until a little bit later in the fall, as home prices tend to come down as the holidays approach. Now again, we're in start of the fall right now. We're talking November time frame. So you may not get the same bargain as far as people paying like your closing costs and stuff, but you may have a slightly lower home price. You're going to have to balance that out. Just because you have a lower home price doesn't mean you're saving any money, especially if interest rates continue to go up. So to get the best deal, you need to jump out there right now if you're looking to save money in the long run. If you'd like to find out how the market affects you, comment assessment in the comments below, and we'll create a detailed plan for you. Don't worry, we won't harass you. We're only going to give you the information that you need. Ask anyone who's worked with us. We're low key, okay? You know what? If you're ready to jump into the market during the best times to buy, we would really love for you to join us here in the Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, or Henderson area. So keep in mind, we help you relocate or PCS here to Las Vegas. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or better yet, book directly on my calendar. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Las Vegas. Be sure to subscribe below so you'll be first to learn about the most current market conditions here in Las Vegas. We put videos out every week. The intent is to help you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, the ugly of living in Sin City. So if you would be so kind, shoot us a comment. Let us know if there are any other questions or videos you would love for me to make, because this way I can even help you learn more about Las Vegas and moving here. And I've made plenty of videos based on a question someone has asked. All right, that's it for the day. We're going to keep them lights on for you.